You are now listening to Hoardganize with professional organizer and extreme cleaner Rachel Seavey. Every Sunday at 6 p.m., Rachel shares organizing tips and hacks. Rachel combines her experience, expertise, and compassion to help people learn new methods on how to deal with overwhelming clutter. Her media appearances include The Hoarders Show, the CBS Sunday Morning Show, and the Lady Brain Show. Take it away, Rachel.
Hey, collectors. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Hoardganize Podcast. I am your host, Rachel Seavey. I am a professional organizer and extreme cleaner. And this is episode number 8 in the Where Do I Begin series. It's all about having too much stuff still and what to do about it. If you have made it to episode 8, congratulations. You have gone through your inventory. You've pared it way down, but you still feel like you have too much. Especially my hoarding listeners. I feel ya. You got rid of, it felt like at least 50% of your stuff, and you are still feeling cluttered. I'm going to remind you to remember how far you have come. Think about the first time you listened to my podcast and started your decluttering efforts. Look at all of the amazing tools and techniques that you've been able to gather and learn. And now you're in a different place. So it's really hard to feel satisfied. I understand, because you are probably always chasing that perfectionistic finish, that perfect outcome of a clutter-free home, and you're ignoring all of the hard work that you've done. So it is easy to beat yourselves up and feel like you've failed, but in actuality, you have not failed. You've learned that you have a lot less tolerance for clutter as you did before, and you want more out now, right? So just keep going through your stuff that you have as you live day to day. And actually using your stuff is going to help you eliminate more. For instance, some of those summer tops that you kept in the beginning of the process might not be so flattering once you've tried them on. You've got to use your stuff to see if you like it or not. You can always decide to donate or recycle something later. As you try on your shoes, clothing, accessories, and use your plethora of skincare and hair products, you're actually going to be able to know what you like because you are using it. So your knee-jerk reaction when you saw that package of QVC skincare, you never opened it. We visited it, I don't know, months ago. Initially, you thought, keep. But now that you've used it and it smells awful, go ahead and donate the unused portion of items you don't like or don't wear any longer, or go ahead and toss it. You don't like it, you're not going to use it again, so it's officially become clutter. Don't hang on to it to give to the perfect person. If you didn't like the smell, they probably won't either. Just go ahead and let it go. The reason you have too much stuff at this point in part 8 of a 10-part series is because you haven't been letting go of enough. My advice at this point is to try your stuff on. Test out those eyeshadows and lip liners and anti-wrinkle miracle creams and let go of what doesn't make you feel attractive. Don't hang on to items that you might fit into one day. It's okay to hang on to one or two for incentive or sentimental reasons, but don't keep any more than that, and keep them out of your daily mix. By keeping those items in your closet, you are officially creating toxic clutter. Clutter that's so toxic that every time you see it, you feel bad. You're reminded that you're heavier, that you're older, you're no longer able to fit in that item, etc. You might not even notice that your subconscious is constantly beating yourself up each time you go through your closet. But it is. You open the door, first item. Oh, look at that sweater. It says, you won't fit that again. Failure. As you go through each item that no longer serves you, your negative thoughts and feelings are constantly being provoked. You're feeling unattractive, overweight, less fashionable, frumpy. Let go of this toxic clutter. Get it out of your closet. That way, when you go through your closet and you only see items that make you feel attractive or give you a positive feeling, items that create positive self-talk with no judgment or discharge from the past. Collectors, it's so clear to me that you have grown. You now know your threshold when it comes to levels of clutter. And that's huge. Decluttering it's an entire process, and you are learning tools to live your life in a more organized manner. This does not happen overnight. It could take weeks or months or even years to declutter. And guess what? That is okay because you are aware of your issues, you are constantly working on them, and you are, of course, listening to this podcast. So you've got all sorts of tricks up your sleeve. And just one last thing before we wrap up on this, number 8. If you're constantly still over acquiring while you're working this program, please stop. You are going to feel cluttered because you're still bringing stuff in. And then it also brings the added guilt that you're going to feel. It's so counterproductive. It's going to slow down your progress, and it can even reverse it sometimes. So please, if you're at this point and you're still feeling overcluttered and you're still over acquiring, knock it off. You are not helping yourself. My hope with this program is that you get so sick and tired of looking and sorting all of your stuff that you're going to actually think twice before you acquire. That's my hope. If you're still acquiring and even going through all of your crap and you're still here on episode 8, then you might need to get some additional help. I might not be able to provide you with everything that you need on this podcast. Please call a professional organizer in your area. You can always call me. I do give phone consultations, 925-548-7750. And look into maybe a therapist or some sort of shopping addiction resource. I know there's a Shoppers and Debtors Anonymous. I actually cannot help with your compulsive shopping, but I can help you with your stuff. And if you are listening to this podcast on YouTube, don't forget to show me some love. Please click the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, or leave a comment. I just might reply. Until next time, collectors, happiness is a place between too little and too much.
Thanks for tuning in to Hoardganize with Rachel Seavey. Listen every Sunday at 6 p.m. or watch on Collector Care's YouTube channel. Rachel is the owner of Collector Care Professional Organizers and Extreme Cleaners located in sunny Northern California. Her passion is helping those overwhelmed with clutter, and she regularly speaks to families, local agencies, and the public about chronic disorganization and hoarding disorder. Her popular Affirmations for Collectors download can be found on iTunes or Amazon. Sign up for her blog and receive 7 tips for clutter-free living at collectorcare.com.